Hello humans, welcome back to the Weekly Shave, the extended cut. Let's do it. Something a little bit different today. As you can see, the camera is nice and low. Thought I'd do a chest shave. Haven't done one of those before. Normally I wouldn't do it this late in the year, but since I only thought of it now, it has to be like that. So let's see what we can see. And for the shave, I'm going to be using my leather catcher. There's no name, from the 1900s, early 1900s, with a brand new gem blade that I put in with the 3D printed adapter. And I'm going to be using some Mitchell's wool fat that I've mixed in with some pre-shave soap that I bought by mistake. Not too impressed with Mitchell's wool fat, to say the least, so it needed a little boosting, and since I don't really use pre-shave soaps, this was a no-brainer, really. I'm using my blue badger brush. So the reason why I chose the leather catcher is because chest hair is quite long, but not as long as it can be. I shaved it this summer, so but it's long enough for the video. There we go. All right. I don't know if you can hear that, but they are construction work right outside. So here we go. We're going to be going down. Be careful. Obviously the chest is more sensitive than your face. And you can do this with any razor, but I do recommend that you use one that can take a lot of hair, or with a big blade gap, as chest hairs are obviously a lot longer. And even though this is, whoa, look at that. I thought this would be a good idea, but it's this is a good razor with a new blade, but maybe I should have picked one with a way bigger blade gap. So now we're beginning to get to the dangerous areas. So you want to be really, really careful around the nips. You don't want a permanent nip slip. And got me a little bit there and a little bit, this is a little sit thingy. Really careful. Good razor this. And I think that's it for the first pass. Just going to take cloth, and that's the thing about shaving your chest hairs, as they're very long. It's really difficult to see how far you have gotten because a lot of them will be stuck on your chest. All right, so far so good. Starting to look like a newborn again. Yeah, the reflection has changed a bit. And as I say, your chest is way more sensitive than your face or your head. So don't use an overly aggressive razor. I doubt your chest is going to tolerate that. Alright, here we go. So now we're going to go against, again, be really careful around the nip. And of course on this second pass the razor doesn't clog up. And you just feel around. And these little spots where I'm bleeding, that's not a cut. That's I don't know, a little blemish or something. And just, whoo! I touched my nipple there. Good thing I was being very careful. And you can do the 3 pass if you want. Then you just feel around. Maybe not use a new blade. Depends on how sensitive your chest is, but it is a lot more vulnerable. in the areas you're used to. Yeah, I think that'll do. And just check if you see any long hairs, just make sure that they really have been shaved off. Yeah, I think that that'll do it. Oh, and take this thing out of your sink, because the chest hair will definitely clog that one up. And then I used warm water today. I usually use cold whenever I shave my face, but on the chest it's pretty nice. So, and because the chest is more sensitive, I would stay away from putting alcohol products on. There we go, warm, and then run the cold. Oh yeah. I know my chest seems to look, at least as I am looking at it, it looks extremely red, but it's really not that red in reality. It's just the camera. Beautiful. Now, if you want, I wouldn't use alcohol, but if you want to do something, use the paint stick. Oh, a lot of burn. Yeah, baby. The paint stick strikes again. There we go. And tip, use a razor you're really familiar with. I'm not 100% familiar with the Lather Catcher, as it's one of my newer razors. So don't use an aggressive razor, use a medium, mild to medium. Make sure it's got a good blade gap. And use a medium blade. There we go. As I'm looking into the camera, this looks extremely red. It's not that red in reality, but the alum block did sting, so a little more redness because of the alum block. So, and that stopped those little blemishes bleeding, so that's good. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to put a thick balm, something like Orco moisturizer, anything like that on my chest, because you probably want to get your clothes on sometime today. So I'm going to use this new one, Ombia from Men. This is only tried it once, as I just got it. This is a very, as you can see, it's very runny, so this is a very thin balm, and that means it will absorb quickly into the skin. There we go. Extreme redness. But yeah. Looks fine. So that was that. This week's weekly shave, something different. Like to mix it up a little bit every once in a while, and just thought of this, yeah, maybe just today actually, so thought I would put it on camera for you guys. So that's it. Brand new gem blade in the leather catcher. Look at that hole. It's no wonder this thing is called the leather catcher. So, and badger brush, Ombia Men soft balm without alcohol for a soft skin. There we go. It's brand new. I never tried it before. Brand new brand. So yeah, that's it. You can also, if you want to, use a thicker leather, but just be careful around the nips, that you don't cover your nips up with leather and then accidentally cut into it, because that is gonna hurt and it's gonna bleed like a motherfucker. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching this week's weekly shave. I'll be back again next week with another shave. Until then, you know what to do.